My name is Alexei Novitsky, and I'm here with my piano, and I'm here with the Infinite Pool of Experience and Awareness. And this is a book that takes us from modern physics all the way to, you could say, interdimensional physics. And basically, one of the first songs, or one of the main concepts that's different is that the Big Bang is described as the moment the universe collided with time. Okay? And so I'm going to quickly go through this a little bit because each song relates to a section in the book. And so when it comes to the universe colliding with time, I'm going to go to the section called the crystal of time. And here you have literally the universe colliding with time. And that brings up the concept of the subatomic Goldilocks paradox, to where our universe fell within that boundary zone to where matter and light could exist, which is when our acceleration was equal to the speed of light towards a greater center. That gives us the habitable zone. At that moment, literally, when a glob of energy fell into that spiral of perception in the habitable zone, the delta wave was created. Over time, the universe drifts inwards and we get denser and denser harmonics of resonance. So after delta comes theta, after theta comes alpha, after alpha comes beta, and then we have slow and fast gamma. So this song I call the Big Bang, and it is a musical representation of that. So now we'll go into dreamland a little bit. And well, what's dreamland now? I mean, what is that? The delta verse, the theta verse? Alpha and beta land, you could say, is our awake state, the harmonics of awakeness. When we pass, we go into the harmonics of the slow and fast gamma verse. But when we're dreaming, our orbit through conscious density is in the lowest harmonics, the delta, the 1 hertz, to the 5 hertz. And so what I have here is a map of your consciousness, literally orbiting through density. Because each harmonic is a size, and that size depends on your acceleration towards center at light speed. And so here you have, literally, your map of consciousness through density. And you can see that when you're in delta, it's the big circle, theta is the next ring, and then you have alpha and beta. And so you can say this song, in essence, comes from the theta verse, because I learned it in a dream. And I knew I would be playing it at the Smithsonian Museum 7 years later, which happened, and I played it in the Ripley Center, underground, in their basement. I call it classical Lucius. What is Lucius? Apparently that's the energy of creation. tune with their golden spot, right? They realize that they have a quantum flow about themselves, and that their flow, their turbulence, essentially their essence, is the reality and is the fluid of time for denser harmonics. And in that sense, you're also the water within the sixth dimension. And what does that even mean? Right? I mean, like, what does that even mean? So basically, what I'm getting at is that through your stillness, you can create healing within other people. And so what I'm talking about here now comes from the liquid light state universe. And this is a section basically where we see that, let me see if I can find this. So this is basically your golden spot. Everyone has a golden spot, the natural node of their manifestation, right? And so basically every time you have a thought, a want, don't want assumption, it shifts you. And when you get a shift, you then eventually spiral back to zero. And when you spiral back to zero, you create a little vortex within that fluid of time, almost a delusion, you could say. And so what's very interesting is when you have more than one body at play, because you notice how your manifestation affects the people next to you. And so if you know that someone next to you is caught up in a spiral of delusion, you could say that you could easily pull them out by using what I call a timed amplifier or a timed dampener. So by understanding their state and being able to hold and grab with them, you can grab them from their essence and you can walk them into the laminar flow of reality. So I call this song, Hold My Hand. I guess at the end of the day, when it comes to the direction in life, right? Which direction do we want to go? Right? I mean, we live in a 5D multiverse and we have directional potentiality. And like, what does that even mean? Well, I could get a glass of water. I could not get a glass of water. I could decide to go to the moon. I could decide not to go to the moon. But at the end of the day, your spirit potential, right? Because as we evolve, we gain higher senses. So the first sense we gain is wall, no wall. Then we gain smell and taste, right? The ability of taste good, taste bad, smells good, smells bad. And then we gain sounds good, sounds bad, looks good, looks bad. Oh, that could potentially, this is our most advanced sense now, the sense of potentiality, right? That could potentially be good, or that could potentially be bad. And so at the very end of the day, when it comes to literally your magic sphere and being able to shell jump into different conscious experiences within your current life and your current manifestation, you could say that there's different orbits in time, right? And so if you're living in a doubtful experience, you're literally in a little spiral. If you're living in a normal, like, oh, I just go about my day, now you're just in that laminar flow. But if you're really loving and embracing life, you're literally maximizing and loving every moment. And so at the end of the day, basically when it comes to spirit potential, it has to do with our most advanced sense, which is either love or no love. Right? Because love is your potential. And if we all are born on earth and you're shown no love, you have no potential. If you are shown love, you have great potential. Well, I guess at the end of the day, light state harmony at the moment of conscious shift determines that next experience, right? So that comes from time out. And because we all step into the Novi-verse. So you might as well just enjoy it. probably good for tonight, right? One more song maybe? Still working on this one. But, okay, here we go. Can relate it. Basically, I was born in Cape Town, South Africa, 1984, during the Apartheid Revolution. You know, they literally had black and white people. I don't even like saying stuff like that, but they literally had people separated, you know, drinking out of different fountains and riding different buses. And so my family was like, we need to get the heck out of here. We're going to come to where there's freedom, right, in the U.S. So I think it's time for all of us to remove our delusions, right? So here we go. I hope you guys enjoyed that little walk, you know, music walkthrough there, and all that. That's it. No, piano.